Hi guys, welcome back to Only Phantoms. My name's Tom,
And I am Sammy.
and basically we're a paranormal, spooky, supernatural podcast, and we upload our audio on a Monday, which gets uploaded to RSS feed onto all the main ones, and YouTube, and then we have our YouTube video version of this, goes out on a Friday, so you can watch us as well.
You can see us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well, today's episode, if you can see by the title, we are talking about the Beast of Bodmin. Yay!
Which I'm sure you've all heard of. Most people have.
Yeah, especially if you're from the West Country.
Mm.
You would have heard of him. Our little beast.
Yeah. A little beast that seems to capture the imagination of everyone, especially when you're driving from, like, through the Jamaica, and that's what I think about when I go in that way.
Well, across the Bodmin Moors, you always expect to see him, because there's, like, so much land there, isn't there?
Yeah, I always was checking that, because when I used to when I live in Cornwall, would sometimes drive, like, up to, like, Bristol, or, like, further than that. But you'd always leave really early and come back really late. And whenever I was going through Bodmin, I'd always be checking out, like, every field. I'd probably be focusing on driving, really, but that was more important. I wanted to see the Beast of Bodmin.
I always thought it was like a myth, that it is just like what the locals would say. But actually, it's...
There's evidence of it existing. Especially, there's like more of them all over the country, these different big cats.
Mm-hmm.
But it's...
Yeah, sorry, what were you going to say?
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, you don't think of England to have any, like, dangerous animals or anything like that. Obviously not, cats aren't dangerous, but if you've got, like, a big cat...
that is...
Yeah, it's going to do some damage. But then you don't hear of any deaths of people.
No.
So they must keep themselves to themselves, like... really hide out of the way.
Yeah, they must have a great hiding spot. Well, this is the thing. I think we'll come back to this at the end, but are they like supernatural? Are they real animals, or are they like time hopping? They can like appear for a portal and fuck us up.
That's true.
But yeah, so we got a bit of evidence of it, kind of.
We've done our research basically, and we're going to tell you what we found.
So it was first spotted in 1983. And since the first sightings, reports of the Beast of Bodmin have flooded in the police system. In 2011, it was revealed that since 2000, 205 sightings have been reported in Devon and Cornwall Force area.
Oh my god.
You know, a lot of people like a black cow stood in the field.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be just a domestic cat that is rather large.
Yeah. So, again, how would the police take it? Like, if you get a phone call saying that, it could well be a massive cat out there, and they're like, no, we're not going to go and see that.
I mean, is it the police's job to go out and investigate an animal?
Yeah.
Or is it, would it be more like a animal sanctuary place?
No, because they take care of them. But if something's killing stuff,
okay,
the police need to go in there and be like...
Well, you said sightings. Sorry, I didn't think you said killing.
Oh, no, it's sightings, but because there's been sighting, and that means it's around livestock and stuff, so they're going to have to step in before it starts killing stuff.
Yeah, okay.
A small boy found a large cat skull lying on the banks of the River Foy, which I always pronounce the River Fowy, like an idiot, in the late 1990s. It was thought that this was finally evidence that the Beast of Bodmin Moor actually had existed. However, the Natural History Museum were boring and confirmed that the skull did indeed belong to a leopard, but that leopard had been imported into Britain as part of a leopard skin rug.
Yeah, because it had the bottom bit of the jaw missing, didn't it? So it was just the head.
Yeah.
That was a bit of what I had on my notes. I was like, So, but how can people get rid of a rug like that and just...
They must just they must just cut it down and just chuck the rest out.
Yeah, true.
What you can do with a half skull of a cat? Well, we'd probably do something with it, but...
yeah, but normal people. Not much.
Another long-held hypothesis about the Beast of Bodmin Moor centres around the release or escape of big cats from private collections or zoos. It was first claimed that Mary Chipperfield, a 1970s British circus entertainer, released 3 pumas into the wild following her closure of a zoo in Plymouth in 1978.
So around Foy in that there is a private collection of big cats and other rare species, and they have previously escaped. So this is like an actual...
What's it, like lynxes and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. It just says
just
big cats and other rare species. And also the thing with the zoo, with the lady releasing 3 pumas or whatever.
Yeah.
So scientists reject this theory based on the grounds that the numbers needed to sustain a breeding population of big cats would be too large for the food supply. So they wouldn't have done anything, basically, just releasing 3 back in the 80s.
Well, they say that, but how could it? It would have gone into farmers' land and just killed whatever it wanted to.
Yeah, but then to actually breed and like build up an actual like habitat, is it? I don't know what that's called, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the scientists always try and find like the most boring answer to shit. They're like,
logical answer.
yeah, so like the amount of rabbits and deer and everything we've got in the wilds in England, they're everywhere. And
yeah, but then they started off everywhere, didn't they? They didn't start off just 3 of them.
No, like in the because think about how many other zoos would have done this up and down the country, not just Cornwall.
Oh yeah.
So that's why you wouldn't be like, oh, 3 started here and then went all the way up north. Would have been all the circuses going and all of them else doing it along the country. So I hate when scientists do that. Like it could happen.
Yeah, it could, but I see it in the sense that like if it was just 3 pumas in Cornwall or Plymouth, and they kept going down, and like you've got imagine like how big is Cornwall, and like they might have all just like separated. They might stay together, they might not. Like it was only 3 of them, so I think like
3 that we know of.
Yeah, that's true. That we know of. One claim said 3, and another one said 5. I don't think 2 more would have mattered, but
no. And you're also thinking about some of the rich people living in Cornwall back in like 1700s. Might have got imported wild animals like that, and just realised it wasn't a pet and just released it.
Yeah,
there's loads. It could have built up a family tree out of it.
Yeah, but that was just from the zoo.
Yeah,
just the 3.
Just that 3 from the zoo.
If they got released and then actually there was other big cats in the wild anyway, then yeah, that's fine. But if it just went off these 3 pumas, then it's unlikely. So that we would see any more now, basically. Whereas, like, obviously, as you said, there's been a lot more sightings since then.
Yeah. I still think that if it was like a male and 2 females, I reckon you definitely would, because that's back in 78.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the pregnancy is for a big cat. I can't imagine as long as us.
Not as long as an elephant.
No, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I reckon it wouldn't be as hard as they think it would be to spread.
No.
Especially because there's no other predators around in Cornwall. There's nothing else going to attack a big cat.
Oh, that's true.
So they're basically just going to roam around, eat what they want, and then keep breeding.
Yeah, true. Another point was made that it could possibly be a species of wild cat thought to be extinct in Britain many years ago. Because of all the sightings coming about now, maybe they're like building up their... I don't know what it's called when you like...
Database.
Yeah. Like they're popping out babies, basically, so there's more of them.
Okay, just breeding.
Yeah. So like a breeding program in the zoo, but it's not. It's like out in the wild. Like they're actually in their own little breeding program. And like,
same as like beavers, what they've done in Cornwall.
Yeah, but we help them.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether the wild cats were just like, come on, let's build ourselves back up. And then now we're like, oh shit, like they're not extinct. They're still here. So that was one theory. Another one says about... So if the scientists are saying that it isn't likely that because of the ones released in the 80s, like spread to now, like they would just died off. So this makes the belief that it could be paranormal, believing the beast to be a mythical and ghostly apparition of a creature that roamed Cornwall in the past.
Could be.
Like it could just be that. I
think I'd like that more because when you think of the beast of Bodmin, you imagine some just like gnarly, like demonic cat, just a beast, like just roaming around.
Yeah, definitely. But then it's actually done damage, hasn't it? Which I know, like demons can do damage if you believe in it.
Yeah.
But
these are definitely cat attacks. Like there's back in the 80s, there was footage. Like a news crew went out to Cornwall, and some of these sheep are just like destroyed, like through the fur. They're like the intestines ripped out. Mm-hmm. Like, God, their heads are missing. It's just like... It was
like scratches all over it as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was like... You think when like a fox attacks like a chicken pet and it just leaves carnage. Mm-hmm. Same type creature, 4-legged carnivore.
Yeah, and you can't imagine a domestic cat being able to do that. Even if it was a larger one, like, it wouldn't have been able to, would it?
No, not a chance. No. Cat wouldn't even get through the fur of a sheep.
No, that's true. Let alone the skin,
I
suppose.
So... That's what I mean. I'm sure there is. And some of the footage I've been watching on YouTube is actually quite compelling. Like somewhere it's just a cat. Like it's the perspective of the camera. Like in the field, they're just watching like a black cat go along the grass.
Yeah.
But some of them, you're like, wow, one's up against like a hedgerow, and it's like that's definitely
it's like almost
else.
the size of like the height of the hedge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what I would do if I would.
What if you saw one?
If I saw one, it depends what. Like, if was I alone? If I'm out walking the dog,
if you're alone, you're gonna grab something big and hope for the best because a puma is not gonna be that weak on you. Is gonna.
No, that's true. I don't know if they would just get scared and like run off, or they'd be like, "Oh, hello, dinner."
They might not care because there was a bloke that went to the Amazon rainforest to do some research, and he was sleeping in a tent, and he had pumas there.
Yeah.
They come up and like sniff the tent, and then he was like waiting to die. Then he just left him alone. And then they figured out like the pumas, because we're not on their normal food on their menu.
They don't know what we taste like, basically.
They just don't care. They're like, oh, no, that's not for me. So they already know what they're getting, or they eat. Like their meals are big, so they have like a huge period after of not eating, don't they?
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
So like they eat one big meal, and then they go like a couple of days or so without eating. So they're just roaming around. So it depends how lucky you are. You might catch a hungry one, and then you're fucked.
Oh.
But what if I'm more hungry?
Exactly. This is the question: who's more hungry in that situation?
Yeah, but when I worked in Cornwall, I was doing tree work. We worked on this house just out of Launceston, and there's some guys putting like overhead like electric cables on. We had to cut trees around it, and this place we're working on, this bloke had like his own like zoo for he had like a king cobra in a cage. He had like other weird creatures.
Oh my god!
And the engineer I was speaking to, he's saying that man released loads of big cats back in the day as well, because he got found out by, I don't know what governing body works out about animals and shit like that.
Don't know.
But yeah, he got found out for that, and he had to release a load of animals that he shouldn't have had.
What, to not get caught? Like
to not get caught in fights, so we got a prison sentence. So he basically released it, cleaned all the pens out.
Oh my god!
And so, according to whoever came out there and checked on his report, it says nothing in there. And the bloke wouldn't talk to us. He wouldn't say a word. One of my mates went up to him and was like, "Oh, can I look around some of the things?" And he just like walked past and didn't even look into him.
Creepy.
Really weird guy. But yeah, they were saying the engineers were like, "Yeah, he released loads of animals back like into the woods."
Yeah.
That's the story around the area anyway. You know, I believe it.
Oh yeah,
from
definitely.
Seeing that bloke.
Yeah.
But we went on in, I don't know what other animals he keeps that either they died or this is food for another animal. But we went through the woods, like just like chilling.
Yeah.
And there's loads of turtle shells around everywhere. Or tortoise shells, not turtle. So they're actually land animals.
Yeah.
Mammals. And we brought one back. It was a mascot in front of the van for ages. But there's like 30.
What the hell?
And they're all like dug in the ground, so they're quite old ones as well. So I don't know if that was...
Did he eat them?
I don't know.
Do people eat turtle meat?
No, that's what I mean. It was like an animal or something eating them.
Oh.
But yeah, it was pretty eccentric place, but...
Yeah. Interesting guy.
I will say that I think the only other weird experience I've ever had like that is I was going with my mates in a place called Hawkesbury, which is just outside of Chip and Sodbury where I grew up. And we used to get freaked out there because it was just a creepy old place. Like you go through the country lanes there, you park up, walk around it, it's just like pitch black everywhere. Just scare yourselves. And we stopped in front of a cattle grid, and my mate is 100% sure that he saw something go up on his back legs and it looked like a lion.
Oh.
It was massive above the car, and he floored it. He was driving as well, so right next to him.
Drove.
Yeah, and he just like floored it, and he didn't talk until we got to the other side of Hawkesbury to tell us what he saw.
Oh my god. No. I'd be out. Would I be out that car? No, I'm glad he floored it and drove off. Imagine.
Worse than that, it was a Peugeot 205, the 80s one, and if you floored it, all the emergency lights come on. So if it was something there, and that engine car, we're gonna die.
Yeah,
it's not the toughest car.
I remember when we were walking one time. I can't remember where we were. We were out walking in the middle of nowhere.
Me and you.
It was a trail walk. Like, I want to say it was like a National Trust place, and then we went off walking around the actual lands in the woods or whatever. Whatever. That's how posh I went then. And then we started talking about big cats, and then we're like shitting ourselves walking around.
Oh, I know the story.
You can finish it if you like.
So this was Alfred's Tower by Stourhead.
That's it, yeah.
So we parked up at Alfred's Tower and moved towards Stourhead through the woods. And we done like a lap. We were with Shelby and our other dog, actually. And we're getting towards the end of the walk coming back, and we're talking about big cats where they could hide because the woods are so thick there.
Well, it's the fact that I was like, oh, there's none here. And you're like, well, yeah, they're everywhere. They're just hidden. And I was like, what? This is news to me.
I was like, you think of this is just a little spot just outside of Frome, and it's like, the woods are massive. You can hide out in there probably. But yeah, and we're walking along this track, and all of a sudden, this fucking deer jumps straight out in front of us.
Oh my god, I shat myself, honestly. Because I was like already on edge, because I was like, I'm just waiting to get pounced on by a big cat or something, and then a freaking deer just like comes out. It's the scuttling beforehand, because like obviously it happened quite quick, but it's here and there. And I was like, oh my god.
We heard just mayhem in the woods, like, what the and then I think it's to the left, it jumped straight down over the bank, and like, what was it, like 10 foot in front of us?
Yeah, it was really close.
And both our dogs just like went, whoa.
Yeah, they didn't even really react, did they? They were just like, what the fuck was that?
That was weird. That was a moment I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
For a split second I thought that was us done.
It's because as well, it was a new walk, so we didn't know when it was going to end.
No.
And I was like, right, okay, I want it to end now. Come on. Like, I'm trying to march back home. I don't want to be out here with the big cats. And then, the deer. I was like, no, I really want to be at home.
I think I carried a stick with me for the rest of that. But now I'm fucking worried now.
What would a stick do, though? But then it's better than nothing, I suppose.
It's the same as when you're in the water with a great white. You're defenseless, pretty much, unless you can hit it on the nose as hard as you can.
Yeah.
That's where the pain receptors are. So, just in my head, I'll just smack the cat on the end of the nose and just hope I'll scare it.
Naughty cat. How dare you? Yeah, nah.
But also, didn't someone the other day in Peasdown?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Peasdown? I don't know. I don't have much more to say.
Because it was the pub. King. What's the one on the end? You've gone.
Red Post?
No, you said it.
Oh god, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Prince of Wales.
Prince of Wales, that's the one.
So there's out the other side of Peasdown, there was a pub called the Prince of Wales. It's now houses or flats or something. But apparently someone saw Puma there, like really recently, like literally last week. Yeah. They posted on Facebook like, does anyone know about this? And then loads of people commented like, oh yeah, we've seen it. Like loads of people have seen it. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And that's like that's around here, like so it could appear in the woods by us.
Oh, 100%.
When I'm out walking. Which now, okay, I'm not going to go out walking.
Nah, that's it.
I'm as bad as that. I'm on my own. I'm nervous anyway.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
But now there's a big cat roaming close to us.
Yeah.
And it would take it long to get to Amadan Woods.
No, and then even to where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sure there are some out there.
Oh my god, yeah.
Gotta be.
What other creatures are there in England that are you wouldn't expect to be wild?
Well, apart from the beavers that they're reintroducing.
Yeah, but that's not as scary as it.
That's not scary.
Although, yeah.
Well, they could be.
But then there's crocodiles in Scotland, isn't there?
Well, there's meant to be one in Bristol. Is it the Croc of Bristol? There's one that's been spotted in the river through the centre by what's the fucking the SS Great Britain and the Shed. What was that? I can't remember what the fucking place is called now. Anyway, but the SS Great Britain, yeah, that's the one.
Okay, yeah.
But there's someone filming in the water there, and you can see it's just going. It's a crocodile. It's definitely a crocodile. I've got to say them with TikTok, and there's actually a hashtag. It's like the Bristol Croc or something like that, Croc of Bristol.
How did he get there? Was he just so I can't imagine they'd swim. That they wouldn't go in the ocean either, would they?
No. You got saltwater ones which go close to it, but none will go over the ocean. But
yeah.
So again, people could introduce them. Like I was riding. There's a cycle track on the way to Frome, and I was going through there once. I looked to my right, and there's a blue parrot, like the blue and white, blue and yellow.
Oh yeah.
Classic parrot flying next to me. I was like, that's so fucking weird.
Some people do let them out though.
Yeah.
Like they let them out as if they're like cats. They go out for the day and then come back.
I just thought, if we're along the line of cryptid animal things, this is a story my mum always brings up when we go to this place. So I think I said it on one of our older podcast stories, but it was in Watley, which is just outside of Yates. Me and my mate were walking up from we went through over the train bridge, through some of the fields, and up around the back and up, just going on a big walk kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like it's a wooded area, isn't it? It's lovely country walks, basically.
Oh, it's a lush walk, yeah. But we're on a country lane, walking up towards the top, and this thing come out, and it is a deer-sized rabbit. There's no other way to explain it. And my mate, who's a very, sound-minded individual. He's went to the army and he's in close protection. He's like as straight as you can get. And he to this day would say, we call it the rabbit ear.
Rabbit ear.
Rabbit ear. My mum always says it, but yeah, I swear to God, I don't drive down there often really, but when I do, I'm always looking for it. It literally there was a house, and like it just walked out the gate, and this thing was it was a rabbit, but it was deer sized.
I can't believe it, because hares get quite big, don't they?
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it would be that big.
No, this is what I mean. I sound like a psycho saying it.
Rabbit ear.
Even myself, me and my mate were like, should we tell anyone about this? Because we're going to be like laughed at. But I was like, we need to tell someone. So I told my mum, like, you'd never guess what we saw. But yeah, it was like, it wasn't as like chunky as a rabbit. It had like it was like a giant hare basically.
Yeah.
It was like a massive hare, but it was damn near like the size of a fawn.
Oh, there must have been it must have been a hare, because hares get huge.
No, I'm talking.
Because a fawn is small. What do you mean fawn?
A fawn is in a female deer.
Oh, I thought fawn was a baby deer.
I might have fucked up then. Anyway,
you're probably right.
I think, but yeah, it's the size of a female deer. It was.
Deer?
I'd probably say shoulder height. The head was.
Oh.
Yeah, so we were both like stunned. It was the weirdest thing. And when you're gonna think I'm full of shit here. Well, I went up there with my mate, and you're gonna still think I'm full of shit here. But we went back over, like I think about a week after.
Mm.
I went past the same house, and I saw it looked like I'm gonna psycho here. I looked like a fluffy snake going along the floor.
Snake.
I don't know if this guy's some kind of like mad scientist or something, or an invention. But I looked on his grass, and there's this fluffy white snake like slithering over the floor.
Oh.
So this place, I don't know if he's got a portal in there or he's a mad scientist or something, but to this day, no one can tell me otherwise. Me and my mate, we saw a rabbit deer.
Rabbit deer and a fluffy snake.
Yeah, and a fluffy snake. Gigantic deer. Rabbit, sorry.
I can't imagine. Oh. I was just thinking a fawn. No, I think a fawn is a baby deer, because then a female deer is a doe, isn't it?
It's a doe, yeah.
And then a deer.
Yeah, okay, fuck.
Yeah, so a fawn is a baby. Just put it out there.
Right,
yeah. So it is a big deer, basically.
Yeah, but I truly believe the UK holds so many cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's, especially America. We're going to do some episodes on that, but the UK is so ancient. Like I think the UK's got the oldest history on the planet.
There's another thing as well we need to speak about is the Loch Ness Monster, because the lake itself is, how deep was it?
Well, it holds more body of water than all of our rivers and canals in England.
Yeah. So imagine, like, it definitely could be living in there.
Could be. But is it a... Oh, I can't remember the dinosaur now. I literally called it a Lapras, which is a Pokemon. But it's not that. No, it's a water... It basically, it could be a dinosaur, because... Most water creatures survived the extinction.
Yeah.
Which is why like a megalodon is downsized to a great white. Well, it's not
They've evolved,
as simple,
haven't they?
But I'd say devolved.
Yeah.
But like a crocodile, obviously were massive.
Yeah.
Anacondas were ginormous back then, but yeah, the same thing. It could be with a great white, a great Nessie, a Nessie. It could just be an old dinosaur species.
Yeah.
That's just got smaller over time, because I think Loch Ness connects to the ocean as well.
Does it?
Through channels, yeah, underwater caverns.
So you could go into the ocean for a bit and then come back to its home.
Yeah, there's still people to this day. Like I don't think you'll ever disprove anyone. Like people will always believe there's something down there. So you got people going out there with boats doing.
There's someone that goes out and like pretty much daily and has a look. Mm-hmm. Not has a look, but like is there for hours, like looking to see if they spot anything.
There's webcams always set up there as well.
Is there? That'd be cool to watch.
Just sit there with popcorn, like.
Come on, but then there's not been any more footage, has there? Because that really famous picture, I can't remember when it was taken, like decades ago.
It was like 50s or 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it turned out that it was actually proven that wasn't.
Yeah,
it was
a fake.
It was a plant or something. I can't remember.
No, it was. I think it was just a model, because the ripples in the water.
Yeah.
If that was the size they were saying it was, the waves would be enormous. It's
okay.
It's just someone put like a toy now, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a cryptid or anything? You think you might have seen something that shouldn't have been there?
Probably. I don't. My memory is really bad though, so I won't know about it, and then all of a sudden I'll just remember it one day.
See, this
Oh,
have you seen something?
no, I haven't, but I've heard something.
Oh, what have you heard?
When me and my two friends, when we were younger, were out on my trampoline at the dark, and we're just out there, just like, as you're a young kid, you're like, oh, this is cool. We're outside when it's dark, but it was in my garden. We had a trampoline, and then we heard what sounded like a pigeon noise, but a growl.
Oh.
It was like on the other side of the fence. So we're like, hang on, what was that? And then we all went quiet, and then it happened louder. So we all scrambled to get off the trampoline. I had a net around it. My friend who was younger than us, I think she's like 3 years younger than us, I grabbed her and yeeked her back so I could get off quick. Like, I could get off first. And I ran in. I was like, I ain't dying.
That's it though. Like, it's so scary. Like, and if you see something that's not going to be there, it just stuns you. Like, what the? That'd be real.
Yeah.
It's like the medieval paintings depicting dragons.
Yeah, unlike all the other animals that are on there.
Yeah,
really weird.
I know, like, I understand when you see like the whaling ones, so they're like sailing. There's a huge whale, and they're like, because you will only see it for a split second, you're like, what the fuck was that?
That was big, but how big was it? Yeah.
Or like, what did it look like? Because you would just see the bit breaching, you see a blowhole, you'd be like, what the fuck has just gone on? Well, a lot of them just thought it was a big fish, so whenever they painted them, it was just a ginormous, like, carp.
Yeah.
Which would be fucking scary. Imagine, like, a blue-white sized carp.
Ugh.
A blue-white? A blue whale. A blue-white, red, green, blue. God damn. Imagine it's like a great white whale.
Oh, a great white blue whale.
Essentially, megalodon.
Yeah, that's true. That's for another time.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, definitely. But no, have you seen any more other than your rabbit deer, fluffy snake, and
Rabbit, fluffy snake?
Your mate seeing the massive cat?
That's all we've seen, but I think that's
that's all I've seen.
That's all I've seen so far. But yeah, I really like desperately. I wouldn't take you unless we had a van because we want to get a camper kind of thing. But I really want to camp out somewhere remote in Bodmin Moor for like 2 nights and do some proper like research and sit out there and wait to like listen to anything and track something.
There's remember Minions?
Yeah.
That's in Bodmin, isn't it?
Yeah, Minions with the mines around it.
Yeah, but you can camp out there.
Yeah, but again, I think I want to go where there's no one.
Oh,
I want to go. Yeah, I'll go on my own then, but I want to go where I'll get like a 1-man tent or like one of those pop-up frisbee.
No, I'd rather you get a van or something a bit more robust.
Yeah, but I want to go where a van won't go. I want to go where an animal would have barely seen a person. Yeah, where they would hide out. You won't want to go where like there's a pub. No. I would. But,
that's fine. Leave me at a pub.
Yeah, I'll leave you at the Jamaican. Yeah. I'll crack on.
Yes.
But you think there's a really nice ale based at Bodmin as well.
Oh, nice little rum you did there.
Yeah.
Really nice ale based Bodmin ale. Well. Yeah. I'm not really an ale drinker, am I? More of a cider, so I can't remember what it tastes like.
They're all pretty sick. It's hard to distinguish the difference, but it's, you know when you've had a bad one, but that's a really good one.
You just don't remember those ones.
No. Yeah, if you've had any kind of brush with the Beast of Bodmin or any kind of experience, or you have family members with stories of it, get in touch and leave comments below because I'd love to read about it. I'm desperate to hear a first-hand event from someone. Yeah, definitely, because obviously we only just go by YouTube and documentaries, whereas like you don't know how truthful they are. Yeah. So to actually have someone who can say that, yeah. Yeah, I want to hear someone without being, they are provoked, but without having to make up a lie, you know what I mean? Just be like, this was something we might have saw. Yeah. But yeah, let us know if you have seen anything. Yeah. I'm sure there's people out there, there's got to be. Yeah. The amount of people travel up and down the A30 every day. Oh my god, yeah, and how long it is as well, and the amount of land around it. I heard truck drivers have really good stories about that, because they're up higher, constantly doing like the runs, because there's a load of truckers down in Cornwall that like run up north and come back down again. Run up north. And come back down. But I guarantee a lot of truckers will be like, don't just fucking see that. No, don't tell anyone. Nope, don't tell anyone. Well, yeah, if you're tired, you see a lot of things, don't you? Hell yeah, when I was working late, we were doing some tree cutting in Plymouth. That was awful. It was in the winter. And that's when we got Shelby, our dog, like when he was a puppy. So he was keeping me awake as well. But I remember my first time driving home, I was hallucinating properly. I pulled over and like just stood out in the rain, like in the cold rain. I was just like, just to wake you up.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was going through like the lanes and stuff and weaving through, and the bollards turned into a snake for me. It was like,
oh my god,
it was just like, it just goes fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck! I just pull over. I pulled in a lay-by, and my mate was like sleeping. I was like, you motherfucker! But you drove there, so it was only fair.
Yeah, that you drove back.
And then when we got to the depot, I loaded all the tools and stuff, and then I drove back to St Agnes where we used to live, and I was like, I was looking in the lay-by, and I was like, there's a giant person in there wearing a high vis. I was like, that man's enormous. She's like 12 foot tall. What the fuck's going on? Got close to it, and it's just the back of a lorry, just with reflectors.
Oh my god!
But it looked like someone stood there with their arms crossed, looking at me. I was like,
my god!
What the fuck?
Yeah, he needs sleep.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Not fun. Anyway,
so we'll keep you waiting. But yeah, if you could send your stories in onto our Instagram or through YouTube.
Comment, send us a message for Instagram. Yeah, we're always checking.
And if you want to share, then leave your name and.
Well, you can send voice notes now, can't you?
Yeah.
Our email's down below as well if you want to send an email.
Yeah. And if you have any stories, I want to do like a collab. When we've got enough stories, then we'll do like, just say basically what stories we want. We might even do like a mix of like different series, or if we've got enough, do like an episode per thing.
Yeah.
Per.
As soon as we get the stories coming in, we'll tell you, basically. So tell us your stories so we can tell everyone else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but thanks for listening, and see you next week for another scary, spooky episode.
Yeah. Thank you for listening and watching if you're on YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.